Hare Krishna. So I am very fortunate to be the part of wonderful festival of Sri Balaram Jayanti at New Jagannath Puri. This is my first visit to this temple. Although I visited South Africa before, but I could not come to visit New Jagannath Puri. But I am very fortunate and happy to be in this beautiful temple. As much this temple is beautiful, the devotees are more beautiful. Srila Prabhupada says, attention is the sign, details are the sign of love. Attention to details is the sign of love. So I could see how each aspect of this temple is beautifully said by the devotees here. The kirtan, high class kirtan. The deities, high class deities. The temple room, the dance, everything is so perfect. And I could say with all confidence that this is what Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON is. If you want to show what Srila Prabhupada gave, this is a perfect example. This temple is a perfect example. So I was fortunate to attend the festival of Balaram Jayanti at Cape Town yesterday, in the morning at Sri Sri Radhanath temple, and in evening at Phoenix temple. So in my life, I have celebrated more than 20 Balaram Jayantis, but this is the best one because I am celebrating 3 festivals on Balaram Jayanti. So this shows that South Africa is so merciful to me, especially. Actually, the word Jayanti is often misused for politicians and so-called famous people of this world. If you go to India, you will find so many Jayantis. So many politicians' birthdays are called Jayantis. But actually, these politicians or famous people are nothing in front of Sri Baladev. What to speak of Baladev? Even the representatives of Baladev, the devotees. You see, when some politicians, they do something great work for some country, after he leaves his body, what the people do? They make a statue for him, right? And generally where they place the statue? They place the statue by the roadside. And whole day the traffic goes by and the smoke and dirt and dust goes on that statue. Full day and night the miserable statue stands on the street. And sometimes the bird come, Hare Krishna. So that is added beauty to the statue. And once in a year, the municipal corporation, the county sends some sweeper to clean the statue. So the sweeper uses the same broom which he uses to clean the street to clean these statues. And then some cheaters, so-called other politicians in the line come and they garland the statue on the birthday of the person. And that picture comes in newspaper which the ladies use to clean the house. So this is the situation of material politicians. But look at Srila Prabhupada. He had got a golden throne. Srila Prabhupada's statue is under the wonderful altar. Every day he is being bathed with Panchamrit Abhishek in the altar. He is offered Rajbhog Prasad, Shayan Bhog Prasad, Bal Bhog Prasad for his satisfaction. And after each kirtan we sing his name, Jai Srila Prabhupada. So this is the difference between even a representative of Baladev, what to speak of Baladev. So his birthday is the real Jayanti, Balaram Jayanti. And being part of this festival is the greatest fortune. Like recently in India we had a very famous wedding, the Ambanis. They got the wedding done. And big people attended the wedding. And it was their status that they were putting that we attended this wedding. It was a prestigious thing. But imagine how many Ambanis can match Shri Baladev's opulence. And we are attending Baladev's appearance day. So we are more fortunate than millions of Ambanis. This is the glory of Srila Prabhupada's mercy. And especially at this temple of Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. Because we are very fortunate to have deity of Baladev. So it's more personal to celebrate his birthday. Actually, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very intelligent. His devotees are intelligent, but he is the most intelligent. He knew that there are different yoga dharmas of different ages. Like in Satya Yoga, how do we receive spiritual perfection? By doing austerities. Then in Treta Yoga, how we receive the spiritual perfection? By fire sacrifice. In Dwapar Yoga, how we attain the spiritual perfection? By deity worship. And in Kali Yuga, how we receive spiritual perfection? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. But then also, if we consider how much interest we have in chanting the holy name, people taking pills to take rest, when they put their hand in beadbag, what happens we know? We fall asleep. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thought, what is the greatest interest of Kali Yuga people? You will see people sleeping while chanting. You will see people sleeping while sitting. You will even see people sleeping while standing. You will also see people sleeping while driving a car. But you will never see people sleeping while eating food. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thought, I should make a contract, a pact with somebody who is the god of food. And that is Lord Jagannath. Jagannath is the eating god. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the dancing god, Sri Jagannath is the eating god. And therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu selected Jagannath Puri to be his headquarters. Because he knew people like eating a lot. And therefore, although this age, the Yuga avatar is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but the market has been taken by Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra. You see to any country in this world, you will find the deities of Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra. You go to any city in this world, there are Rath Yatras for the satisfaction of Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra. So much so that so many countries, they celebrate public holiday on Jagannath's Rath Yatra. Even in India, we don't have holiday on Rath Yatra day or Janmashtami. But in the foreign countries, there is holiday for Lord Jagannath's Rath Yatra. So actually, the Ishtadev of Kali Yuga is Lord Jagannath. And we are very fortunate here to have Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra in between us. I was also reflecting, Hare Krishna. I was also reflecting, this mic is dying. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I was also reflecting on the situation in South Africa. South Africa is called Rainbow Country, which has many colors of people. And if you see Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, they include everybody. Because Jagannath is black, Baladev is white, and Subhadra is in between. So they can give shelter to all classes of people. And it's so interesting, many times people ask that generally when we go to any temple, we see Lord is worshipped along with his consort. Like if you go to Lord Ramchandra's temple, you'll find Sita. If you go to Mahavishnu's temple, you'll find Lakshmi. If you go to Krishna's temple, you will find Radharani. If you go to Lord Shiva's temple, you will find Parvati. But how come Jagannath, Baladev are sitting without their wives? There is no Revati, there is no Lakshmi, but they are sitting with their sister. There is a beautiful pastime related to it. Actually, when the five Pandavas were sent to exile, that time Arjuna was already married to Subhadra. And Draupadi followed them because she was also the part of the whole episode. So she also followed them to the forest. That time, Subhadra requested Arjun that as your wife, I must also follow you to the forest. Just like Sita followed Lord Ram to the forest. So let me follow you. So Arjun told Subhadra that look, when Sita followed Ram, Sita was not having kids, but you are having Abhimanyu. So Abhimanyu was very young that time, 3 or 4 years old. So you can't come with me because you have to take care of Abhimanyu. So then Subhadra asked, where will I go? Without husband, the wife is shelterless. Where will I go? So then Arjun told, you forgot you have the greatest shelter in this world, Krishna's shelter. You go to Dwarka. That time, Subhadra came to Dwarka. And she would be very morose because her husband is in the forest. She would not dress opulently. She would fast. She would not eat. She would not participate in any celebration. So people would feel very sorry for her. And people of Dwarka would tell that, look, what fortune you got. That your husband is in the exile and you are here and you are not happy and this and that. Subhadra would give only one reply. Subhadra will tell that look, whatever has happened in my life is for my good. Because Abhimanyu is getting direct training from Krishna and Balaram. What can be greater than this? So I am very fortunate. Abhimanyu was taking military training, fighting training from Balaram himself. And Balaram was specially affectionate on Abhimanyu. Balaram was also affectionate on Subhadra, but Subhadra wouldn't talk with Balaram. If Balaram would enter a room, Subhadra would leave that room. Can anybody tell why? Any guesses? Subhadra would talk to Krishna, but not to Balaram. Why? Any guess? Yes? Yes, very nice. Prabhu is mentioning. Because Balaram wanted Subhadra to marry Duryodhan. And Subhadra was not ready to marry Duryodhan. She told her heart to Krishna. And Krishna arranged Arjun to come as a mendicant. Balaram asked Krishna, who is this? Krishna said, you don't know? He is such a powerful mendicant that by just looking at face of anybody, he can tell that where this girl will be married. Balaram became very excited. Balaram said, let's take him to Subhadra. And as the mendicant reached Subhadra, he took the hand of Subhadra and ran away. That was Arjun in disguise of the mendicant. So Balaram became very upset. Balaram said, Krishna, this is adharma. How can you allow your sister to be taken by a man like that? Krishna told, was that dharma in the Kuru Sabha when Draupadi was disrespected? And you are wanting to marry your sister with such Duryodhan who is in the part of adharma? This is not right. Then Balaram said, but he should be killed for this offense. Krishna said, you can go ahead, you can kill this person, but he has already accepted hand of your sister. So if you kill this person, if you kill Arjun, your sister becomes widow. Do you want to go ahead? Then Balaram said, but this is not right, you see, he is kidnapping. Krishna said, look Balaram, Subhadra is driving the chariot. So it looks like Subhadra is kidnapping Arjun, not Arjun is kidnapping Subhadra. So Balaram became pacified. But Subhadra had that thing in his heart, that my brother wanted me to be married to Duryodhan. I'm not going to talk with him for my whole life. Now the exile period went by. There was time for Subhadra to go back. It's a long story how Arjun got the daughter of Virat to be married to Abhimanyu. There was arrangements done and Subhadra was called immediately. So Subhadra was leaving from Dwarka. And that time Krishna was arranging for Subhadra to go. Balaram comes by. Balaram tells Krishna, you must go with Subhadra. And you personally make all arrangements for Abhimanyu's marriage. And you should prepare a big palace because Yudhishthir Maharaj is not having his kingdom with him right now. So he doesn't have any facility. So you go and prepare a palace for him immediately so that the marriage can be conducted with great pomp and arrangements. Krishna was about to leave, and hearing this, Subhadra's heart melted. That Balaram loves me so much. Although I was neglecting him for so long, but Balaram is constantly thinking of my welfare. So Subhadra ran and embraced Balaram after years and years. Then Balaram became also emotional. They both were crying. And Balaram asked, Subhadra, ask me any boon, I am ready to give you. And Subhadra told that, look, today I got my brother back. I want to stay with you, but I also want to stay with my husband Arjun. Can you do something that we three stay always together and never separate? That time Balaram gave benediction to Subhadra that at Niladri mountain in Jagannath Puri, me Krishna will be worshipped as Jagannath and Baladev, and in all that altar you will be worshipped with us for eternity. So with that blessing, Subhadra is sitting on the altar for eternity in all the temples with Jagannath and Baladev. That is Balaram's potency. Balaram is always thinking about welfare of everybody. Not only Subhadra, not only Krishna, for everybody. That is called real love. Chaitanya Charitamrita teaches us, Atmendriya Priti Vancha Tare Bali Kam. Krishnendriya Priti Vancha Dhare Premana. When we think about our own sense gratification, that is called lust. But when we think about pleasing Krishna, pleasing Krishna's devotees, pleasing Krishna's dear ones, that is called love. And the foremost person in this service is Balaram. Balaram's constant anxiety is how to serve Krishna. That is Balaram's constant anxiety. He always supports Krishna's cause. We have another wonderful story from Srimad Bhagavatam where Krishna decides to kidnap Rukmani. Here he allowed his sister to be kidnapped, and there he went to kidnap somebody else's sister, Rukmani's sister. And Rukmani's marriage was arranged in such a way that a lot of kings who were envious of Krishna came there with their weapons. And they didn't want Krishna to take Rukmani away. And Krishna, on request of Rukmani, left from Dwarka and reached Vidarbha. Now what to do? Balaram got the news next morning. Krishna was gone, alone, in between all these envious kings. I should go and support my brother. You know what Balaram did? He got a whole army of Dwarka and they were ready with their weapons. And they told Balaram, we are ready to go. But how do we cross this great journey and reach to Krishna? Because he already reached there and soon he will kidnap Rukmani and there will be a big fight. Balaram told, okay everybody, stand in a queue, close your eyes. Everybody closed their eyes. And then Balaram said, okay now everybody open your eyes. They opened their eyes, they were next to Krishna. This is Balaram's potency. We conditioned souls work so hard to become Krishna conscious. But when we get Balaram's mercy, within a fraction of a second we can go near Krishna. That is Balaram's special mercy on each conditioned soul. Yes, Balaram serves Krishna as his paraphernalia. Krishna's flute is Balaram. Krishna's garments is Balaram. Krishna's bed is Balaram. Krishna's throne is Balaram. This Kartar is Balaram. Mridanga is Balaram. This temple is Balaram. Everything you see around is Balaram. This much love Balaram has for Krishna. Whatever Krishna wants, Balaram provides this. Nowadays, we get very sophisticated beds to take rest. Right? I have heard in America, they have a special kind of bed. You sleep on that bed and you set an alarm. It's connected with the bed. And if you set alarm at 4 o'clock, the bed will start ringing alarm at 4 o'clock. If you don't get up, the bed will start to shake. And if you still don't get up, the bed will throw you away. Nice bed for devotees. So we search for comfortable bed to take rest, right? But look at Balaram. For Mahavishnu to take rest, he becomes Anantasesh. Mahavishnu doesn't need pillows because whenever he wants to take any turn, Anantasesh adjusts his body in such a way that Mahavishnu gets maximum comfort. And we all use air cons. You say air cons in South Africa, I learned in last 1 week. So you use air cons. Anantasesh body is such designed that if Mahavishnu needs heat, Anantasesh heats up his body. If Mahavishnu needs cool environment, then Anantasesh becomes cool. That kind of service Balaram is doing to Krishna. Therefore, he is called Anantasesh. Ananta means unlimited. We cannot understand how many services Balaram is doing. But then also, if there is something Sesha, Sesha means remaining. If there is anything remaining, that also Balaram completes. That is Balaram's level of service. And he doesn't stop there. Balaram expands in the form of dham. So he arranges for Lord's pastimes to happen. Now, how many of you did Govardhan Parikrama? Please raise your hands. On foot. How many devotees did? Yes, on foot. Very nice. How many hours it takes? How many devotees completed in more than 6 hours? Okay, 5 to 6 hours? 4 hours? 3 hours? On foot, not on rickshaw. It's very difficult. Now imagine if you have to walk from Barsana to Vrindavan on foot. How long it will take? If you have to walk from Yavat to Talwan, how long it will take? It will take hours, it will take days. Now, when Krishna would come back from the forest, in evening he would go out to meet Srimati Radharani. Now if Radharani walks from Barsana and Krishna walks from Nandagram, how many hours it will take? By the time they will reach each other, it will already be in morning. So what Balaram does? Balaram shrinks the dham so that Radharani reaches Krishna within a moment. And in morning, when Jatila and Kutila, Radharani's mother-in-law and sister-in-law, they search for Radharani, again Balaram expands back. So they keep on searching, but they cannot find Radharani. That is the level of Balaram's service. And then he goes on to assist Krishna in his mission. Like we know, when Krishna ate dirt at Brahmand Ghat, Balaram reported that to Yashoda, Mother Yashoda. Now Mother Yashoda would not take seriously the complaints which would come every day anyway. But today when Balaram complained against Krishna, Mother Yashoda took it seriously. So Mother Yashoda took a stick in his hand, in her hand, and started to walk towards Krishna. Now Balaram realized, oh my God, what I did. I complained against Krishna, but now Mother Yashoda going to beat Krishna. So now Balaram started to stop Mother Yashoda. That mother, don't go, don't beat. Are you going to beat him? Mother Yashoda, yes, you complained that he ate dirt, so I need to correct my child. So now Balaram is preaching to Mother Yashoda. Balaram is telling, Mother, you don't know. Actually, he is not your child. He is the supreme personality of Godhead Mahavishnu. Mother Yashoda said, okay, and how do you say that? Who are you to tell that? He said, I am Ananta Sesh. Mother Yashoda said, all incarnations have taken birth in my home. If you don't give me way, I'll beating you also. Balaram gave the way, no chance. Mother Yashoda went and he asked Krishna, did you eat dirt? Krishna said, no, Mama, I didn't eat dirt. But Balaram told that Krishna. I would have not believed, but Balaram told, therefore, you must have eaten dirt. You know what Krishna said? Mama, don't believe Balaram. Because Balaram never liked me. There is a big conspiracy against me, you don't know. I said, why are you saying that? He said, Mama, you know, my brother Balaram, he challenges me. And he tells, I am not your son. And how he challenges me? He tells, look at Mother Yashoda, she is fair in color. Nanda Baba is fair in color. Mother Rohini is fair in color. I am in fair in color. How come you are black? You don't belong to our family. And you know, one day, Nanda Maharaj went to marketplace and he found that one person was selling you in the marketplace. And because you look chubby and cute, Nanda Baba got you from market. So actually you don't belong to our family. When Krishna told that, Mother Yashoda became so jolly. At the same time, she was having tears in her eyes and she forgot about the dirt. So you see how much Balaram assists in the pastimes of Krishna. Somebody may ask then, why did he report to Mother Yashoda to start with? Actually, Balaram was thinking that Krishna came all the way from Golok Vrindavan to this earthly planet to relieve the burden of earth. Is he going to relieve the burden of earth by eating few grains of sand? So I have to do something to make Krishna do something better. So therefore Balaram reported. He has such a nice relationship with Krishna. When Krishna became 6 years old, he requested Mother Yashoda that I also want to go to forest to tend cows. Mother Yashoda said, you can't go to tend cows in the forest because you're too young. Krishna said, last year also you told the same thing. Last year I was young, but this year after my birthday I became very elderly. Now I become 6 year old. So let me go to tend the cows. Mother Yashoda said, Kana, you can go in the forest, but to go in forest you need three things. First is you need intelligence, which I don't see in you. Krishna said, what a statement, because matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha. From me comes knowledge, forgetfulness and remembrance. And here my mother is saying, you don't have any intelligence. Then Krishna reminded, Mother, you don't know how I managed to steal this butter from all the houses of the gopis? So I must be so intelligent to steal this butter. The mother said, okay, you are intelligent, but you don't have strength. Then again Krishna said, I am the source of all strength, but I have to convince my mother that I am sufficiently powerful. So Krishna told, don't you remember, mother, when you were churning butter on the day of Diwali and I came to seek your attention, with my one hand I stopped your churning rod. That's how the Damodar pastime started. So Mother Yashoda remembered, yes, you have strength too. But third thing, you don't have, Krishna. You don't have any sense of directions. You just go wherever your heart takes. So you will go in the forest and you will be lost. So I am not going to send you to the forest. Only if you remain under the protection of Balaram, then I will send you to the forest. Then Balaram comes. And Mother Yashoda tells, Balaram, are you going to take charge of this naughty boy? If you take charge of this boy, then only I will send him to the forest. And Balaram tells, yes, mother. Just like eyelids protects the eyes, I'll protect my younger brother. I will not allow him to climb on the trees. Why so? Because he managed to climb on the tree, but he doesn't know how to come down. So he cries once he climbs on the trees. So I will not allow him to climb the trees. I will not allow him to go in the caves, because in the dark he will cry. I will not allow him to go to any of the situation which will be dangerous for him. Don't worry, mother. I will personally clean the forest for him to walk. Please send him. And that's how Mother Yashoda gave life and soul of her heart to Balaram. Okay, take him. And when Balaram would see that Krishna is tired, then Balaram would personally arrange Krishna to take rest. Balaram would massage feet of Krishna, although he is elder brother, but he would massage feet of Krishna to give pleasure to Krishna. That much Balaram loves Krishna. And when you are so close to somebody, when you are so dear to somebody, then you realize what things make person happy and what things make person unhappy, isn't it? When you're so close to somebody, like your closest of the friends, your closest of the family members, you know their likes and dislikes, you know the cause of unhappiness to them, you know cause of happiness to them. So because Balaram is so close to Krishna, he knows when Krishna becomes happy and when Krishna becomes sad. And Balaram realizes that there is only one anxiety which is troubling Krishna. You know what is that anxiety? Only one anxiety that is troubling Krishna. Krishna is Anandamaya Abhyasa. He is the ocean of all bliss, but he has one anxiety. That one anxiety is why people in Phoenix are still happy, why they don't want to come back to me, why conditioned souls are rotting in the material world. This is the greatest anxiety of Krishna. And therefore, to relieve that anxiety, Balaram comes as Guru. Jivera nistara lagi nanda sutahari, bhuvane prakash han Guru rupadhari. When Krishna is anxious to deliver the fallen souls, then he sends Guru to deliver that conditioned soul. And that is Balaram's expansion. Guru is direct expansion of Balaram. Guru doesn't see who is qualified, who is not qualified. Otherwise, most of us would not be sitting here. Guru prepares the living entity to Krishna to accept that living entity. And actually, Guru bargains. You know, when Duryodhan was so much sided by Balaram, there is a common question people ask, that why Balaram sided Duryodhan so much? Actually, Balaram is Adi Guru, and Guru is the hope for hopeless. Somebody who has no hope, Guru is there for them. So when Balaram saw that Bhima actually attacked on the thighs of Duryodhan, and Duryodhan is lying down there, writhing in pain, Balaram actually went to Krishna and fought with Krishna. He said, Krishna, how can you do that? Don't you know the rules of battle? In Gada Yuddha, when you have a mace fight, you can't attack below the belt. And here your Bhima has attacked my Duryodhan below the belt. So actually what Balaram is doing, if we take lesson out of that, Balaram is pleading, Balaram is bargaining for his disciple to Krishna. In the same way, Guru bargains with Krishna for us. They are the true representative of Balaram. Guru tells Krishna, okay, I know my disciple sleeps while chanting, but at least he sleeps while chanting, not watching Netflix. I know my disciple fights when he comes to temple, but at least he fights at temple, not at the robot. Guru is the hope for hopeless. And we are so fortunate to be in connection with this parampara. Actually, Srila Prabhupada and representatives of Srila Prabhupada are distributing this mercy of Balaram to everybody. And we are so fortunate to be recipient of this mercy. Many times people ask that, are you proud to be a follower of Srila Prabhupada? No, we are not proud to be followers of Srila Prabhupada. We are grateful that Srila Prabhupada accepted us as his followers. Because we know by his mercy we are going to reach Krishna's shelter. One time Bhavananda Prabhu asked Srila Prabhupada that, Prabhupada, when we will manage to reach to Krishna's abode, how we will recognize you? Nice question, huh? How we will recognize you in Golok Vrindavan? Prabhupada replied, how you are going to go there without me anyway? I will be taking you there. So there is no question of recognizing me. And then Prabhupada tells that I will take you by hand in Golok Vrindavan and I will introduce you to all the residents of Vrindavan. And I will take your hand and I will take you to Krishna and I will give your hand in Krishna's hand and I will leave you with Krishna forever. Bhavanand Prabhu had tears in his eyes. And Bhavanand Prabhu asked Srila Prabhupada that Prabhupada, you will leave me with Krishna forever, but where will you go? Srila Prabhupada said, I will go back to reclaim more Bhavanandas from this material world and take back to Krishna. That is the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So on this very auspicious day, we pray in the lotus feet of Balaram that may we receive his mercy in the form of our spiritual masters, in the form of our initiating spiritual master, in the form of our instructing spiritual masters, in the form of the whole parampara who have given us this treasure of Krishna consciousness. And may we also develop that little service attitude to serve Sri Sri Radha Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sri Sri Krishna Balaram ki, Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna. So anybody has any comment, correction, question? Anything you want to add? Please feel free to speak. Anyone? Yes, at the back. Yes, Prabhuji. Do we have another mic? I was wondering how Suta Goswami was speaking to thousands of sages without mic. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for the very inspiring class. We'd like to know why when Balaram went, he did not participate in the battle of Kurukshetra. He did not take sides. He wanted to be neutral. So he went on pilgrimage. So why did he not go to Jagannath to see the Lord of Puri?
Very nice question. Balaram already gave shelter to Duryodhan. And when you accept somebody in your shelter, and somebody like Balaram who is so compassionate, you don't reject them. So Balaram could not reject Duryodhan. And for any reason, he cannot be opponent of Krishna. So Krishna was already on the side of the Pandavas. And here is Duryodhan, whom Balaram could not give up. So Balaram decided that if I take any of the side, I'll be in trouble. So Balaram did not take part in the battle of Mahabharata. And the next question Prabhu asked is a very nice question. He said that Balaram went on pilgrimage during the battle of Mahabharata. But he did not go to Jagannath Puri. He went to all holy places. But he did not go to Jagannath Puri. You know why he did not go to Jagannath Puri? Because Balaram is the service attitude personified. He is the Lord of service. He likes to render service to Krishna. He never wants himself to be worshipped. And in Jagannath Puri, Lord Balaram is worshipped along with Krishna. So Balaram did not go to Jagannath Puri because he did not want himself to be worshipped on the altar. That is his attitude of service towards Krishna. So that is Balaram. We should learn from Balaram that never we should expect our own name and fame, but we should always be more eager to render service to Krishna and his devotees. Does it answer your question, Prabhu? Hare Krishna. Anyone else? Yes. Yes, Mataji.
Hi, Krishna, one class. Thank you so much. Just in general, I think everyone has this question sometime in their journey that what is the difference between Krishna and Balaram? And then just to highlight that the mood in which you just mentioned that it's all the same, but that Balaram is a mood of servitude and Krishna is a mood of enjoyer. But more than that, like a lot of devotees, they're who's stronger, and I'd like you to just indulge us with that.
So, what devotees feel? We are in a democratic world. Who is stronger, Krishna or Balaram? Srila Prabhupada told that because Balaram is resting on Krishna, Krishna is stronger. But then there is no difference between Krishna and Balaram. Because Prabhupada also said that Krishna and Balaram are same with all six opulences, with all 64 qualities. Only one is black, one is white. That's it. Otherwise, there is no other difference. Now, talking about the Tattva, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Balaram is the Supreme Personality of serving Godhead. He is the personification of service. So, when Lord wants to serve Himself, He becomes Balaram. You know, when somebody is too expert, he cannot get satisfaction from anybody else's work. Have you came across some perfectionist like that? If you come across somebody who can cook very nicely, that person cannot tolerate anybody else's cooking. He will cook himself and eat. If somebody who sings very nicely cannot tolerate anybody else's singing. In the same way, Krishna is the most perfect. And how could somebody serve Krishna better than Krishna himself? So when Krishna wants to serve himself, he becomes Balaram. So actually there is no difference. But from the tattva point of view, from the philosophy point of view, when Lord wants to serve himself, he becomes the Lord of service, that is Balaram. And same service he awards to all living entities. See, Krishna is a very demanding God. Krishna tells you, prepare yourself and come to me. But Balaram is very compassionate God. He said, let me prepare you for Krishna. So that is the compassionate aspect of Balaram. And he breaks all boundaries of compassion when he comes as Nityananda Ram. Then he breaks all boundaries of compassion. Then he goes to Jagai and Madai and delivers them. That is the compassion of Lord Balaram. Okay. Yes. Yes.
So from that we can see that the Balaram is the epitome of devotion, and even the trees after the demons were killed, they were bowing down, and Krishna was glorifying Lord Balaram. For the trees wanted to have the same devotion to Krishna.
Yes.
And that's one. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Please forgive me if I have spoken anything which was displeasing to you. And I'm still learning, so please forgive my mistakes. And whatever good you can take from the repeated words which I repeated from the teachings of Srila Prabhupada, please bless me that I can also follow them. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Sri Jagannath Puri Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Sri Balaram's appearance day celebration ki jai.